Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing His word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children out there keeping His word in sincerity and in truth. Okay, I just wanted to go into a quick lesson on something I was meditating on this morning about how, us in this truth, primarily the brothers. This mainly about the brothers or, the men of the Lord. Us in this truth, we have this truth, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And our various experiences that we go through, trials we have to face, even like failures or things that we mess up on because we're not perfect. All of that is used for learning, Again, even failure, you learn, which I'm get a couple quotes. I'm gonna get two quotes actually. Get this second quote. I can't remember exactly how it's worded. Let me see. It's a good one. It'll get to the point. So even with failing, it's all various forms of learning wisdom. But I'm gonna read this quote first. This is it says attributed to the ancient Chinese philosopher Confucius. The quote: "By three methods we may learn wisdom. Identifies three distinct ways to acquire knowledge. First is by reflection, which is the noblest, imitation, which is the easiest, and experience, which is the bitterest. These methods, dating back to the 5th and 6th century BC, represents thoughtful introspection, following positive examples, and learning through personal trials." And I've, done a lesson on this quote before, but I just wanted to bring out, also in the scriptures too, which I'm gonna get a precept about how even Yahweh Shai, gave men to talents. And the talents were meant to be utilized. And the talents that we have today is the word, And you can, like I said, by reflection, imitation, experience, this is how we teach the scriptures too, We learn wisdom from Yahweh Bashim Shai, but we also use our experience that we have in the world by various trials to gain more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, to learn from our failures. And this is what we, this is through the spirit. It's all through the spirit, but this is, how a lot of information is showcased or go forth in the earth. That's what our forefathers did. We learned from their experience. But going back to this, it says, first, by reflection, noblest. This involves deep analytical thought and introspection to understand motives, values, and actions. It is considered noblest because it requires discipline and internal effort to gain insight without suffering the consequences of failure, which failure is not technically just you can't do it or you can't achieve it, but sometimes it's a means to learn as well. Second, by imitation, which is the easiest. This involves observing and emulating the actions, habits, or wisdom of others, while considered easiest because it leverages existing successful behaviors. It risks producing a superficial understanding if not combined with reflection. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest. This involves learning firsthand through mistakes, failures, and challenges. It is the bitterest method due to the painful and costly nature of the lessons, yet it often produces the most profound, resilient, and lasting wisdom. These three methods are interconnected, providing a comprehensive approach to personal growth and self-improvement. Right, now let me get the other one about failure. It says failure is a critical, inevitable mechanism for learning, transforming setbacks into opportunities for growth, innovation, and skill development. It drives deeper understanding by revealing errors, fostering resilience, and strengthening neural pathways through productive struggle. Embracing failure as a necessity, non-permanent step, rather than an endpoint, builds critical thinking and long-term success. So basically, you learn from your mistakes. That's where the whole term learning from your mistakes come from. you know, because when you look at failure as a end point, you know, and you don't actually utilize that information to learn, to reflect and grow, then you stay stagnant. But the point that I'm trying to make is how we learn wisdom through these various methods, and we utilize this in the ministry. So now let me get to the precept. Let me see if I had it. Did I have it? Okay. This is Matthew chapter 25, starting at 13. Read all of it in the AMP. Therefore be on the alert, be prepared and ready, for you do not know the day nor the hour when the Son of Man will come. For it is just like a man who was about to take a journey, and he called his servants together and entrusted them with his possessions. To one he gave 5 talents, to another, which is a footnote, okay, to another 2, and to another 1, each according to his own ability. And then he went on his journey. The one who had received the 5 talents went at once and traded with them, and he made a profit and gained 5 more. Likewise, the one that had 2 made a profit and gained 2 more. But the one who had received the 1 went and dug a hole in the ground and hid his master's money. Now, after a long time, the master of those servants returned and settled accounts with them. And the one who had received the 5 talents came and brought him 5 more, and saying, Master, you entrusted to me 5 talents. See, I have made a profit and gained 5 more talents. His master said to him, Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful and trustworthy over a little. I will put you in charge of many things. Share in the joy of your master. And in the KJV, it says, enter down into the joy of thy Lord. Now it says, also the one who had the 2 talents came forward, saying, Master, you entrusted 2 talents to me. See, I have made a profit and gained 2 more talents. His master said to him, Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful and trustworthy over a little. I will put you in charge over many things. Share in the joy of your master. The one who had received 1 talent also came forward, saying, Master, I knew you to be a harsh and demanding man, reaping the harvest where you did not sow and gathering where you did not scatter seed. So I was afraid to lose the talent, and I went and hid your talent in the ground. See, you have what is your own. But his master answered him, You wicked, lazy servant. You knew that I reaped the harvest where I did not sow and gathered where I did not scatter seed. Then you ought to have put my money with the bankers, and at my return I would have received my money back with interest. So take the talent away from him and give it to the one who has the 10 talents. Now this is the point. For to everyone who has and values his blessings and gifts from the Most High and has used them wisely, more will be given, and he will be richly supplied, so that he will have an abundance. But from the one who does not have, because he has ignored and discarded his blessing and gifts from the Most High, even what he does have will be taken away. So us in this truth and in this ministry, we're utilizing the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding we obtained from the various methods the Lord allowed us to gain it from, to benefit the body, because that's what it's all about, benefiting the body. We're not holding back information. We're not trying to be malicious with the word of Yahweh Bashim Abashah. We're giving the truth, in the way that Yahweh Bashim Abashah wanted it to be given, and it's all through the Spirit. And that's why it said that, you multiplying the talents, because the one who had the 5 talents, they went and utilized what the Lord had given them, and they increased, and so same with the one that had 2, utilizing what Yahweh Bashim Abashah had given them, and he further increased, But the one that had 1 wasn't doing, he wasn't doing the work. He wasn't utilizing what the gifts that Yahweh Bashim Abashah had given him, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. He wasn't utilizing it at all. And the Lord was like, you could have at least did something with it, but he took it away from him. That's why I said, he that uses and values his blessings and gifts from the Most High and use them wisely, more will be given. And it said you'll be richly supplied. You will have an abundance, you know. You're going to continually grow because that's what it's about, growth. But not just individual growth, the body too, you know. Individual growth can help the body as well. By what, you know, people go through, what you go through, and when the experiences that you experience, the sufferings that you suffer, all that wisdom that you learn from that and knowledge and experience can be used to benefit somebody else, you know. And we're not supposed to hold it on for ourselves. Verse 30, and throw out the worthless servant into the outer darkness. In that place of grief and torment, there will be weeping over sorrow and pain, and grinding the teeth over distress and anger. So, like I said, by these various forms of wisdom, experiences that we go through wherever, like I said, through introspection or reflection, through imitation, through experience, and even through failure, we learn and gain wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And this is what we utilize, especially to help benefit the body, because there's nothing that we go through that's not uncommon to somebody else. We all are suffering, and not everybody's suffering is the same. But the method, or rather like the mindset that's needed in order to overcome, or at least to endure whatever it is that you're going through, that can be universal, even if the problem that the person, we all are suffering, it's not universal, it not be the exact same problem. The mindset needs to be the same in order to endure. Because he that endured to the end, the same should be saved. So I just wanted to go into a quick lesson on that. Like I said, it was something I was meditating on, and I kind of just put a little quick lesson together. So Lord will, it was edifying. On that note, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Dash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children out there keeping this word of sincerity and the truth. And until next time, shalom.